as I get older, I just feel like I'm like, okay, I'm going to finally handle whatever's going on with me. I'm going to dress my A1C. I'm going to get Invisalign. I'm going to figure out how to put bronzer on my face because you only live once, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And you know what, Meagan? We look great and we look young.
I'm going to die hot. That's the dream. Welcome back to Wayne's World. No, we've already done that joke 30,000 times.
I'm Terry.
You know, one time the guy who played Terry filmed a movie near my house on Queen Anne with Lori Petty of Tank Girl. And I want to say it was called, I actually think it was called Countdown, now that I think about it. And it was like, I remember they had to do some pyrotechnics in my neighborhood. So we were all watching them like pretend to blow up this house, which was right near the house where they filmed The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. But anyway.
Sorry, micro aside. I just saw the most annoying, I'm so fucking sick of TikTok. This shit where young people on TikTok act like they discovered something.
Oh my God. Well, I think that's all part of the CIA psyop.
I think so too. It was like forgotten movies filmed in Seattle that you've never heard of.
And the first one was Sleepless in Seattle.
No, it was the Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Fuck
and I was
off.
like, that's a famous movie and stuff.
All the news talked about when we were kids because it was like the only movie that they filmed. And hello, it was singles on the list.
Door.
Shut the fuck up.
It's so annoying.
It's really annoying. It's like when some child was like, hey, bands with the best one-hit wonder bands. And one of the bands was Outkast. And the one hit that wondered us was Hey Ya. And I was like, that wasn't even their last hit, let alone their only. It wasn't their first, it wasn't their second, and it wasn't their last. They had that.
Dude.
Outkast had, the disrespect,
dude.
I can't. However much you're getting paid by the CIA, it's not enough.
There was a fucking TikTok where some kid was like, this place looks pretty scary, but we decided to go there anyway. And then it was one of my favorite restaurants. I can't remember. I want to say Szechuan Noodle Bowl. Get Szechuan Noodle Bowl out of your fucking mouth or I'll kill you.
Fucking kick your ass.
Are you kidding me?
Frickin' Terry was in Countdown and we bumped into him, a group of friends from middle school and somebody did say, I love you, man, to him. And he hugged us and he was really nice. So shout out to Terry, dude. Shout out to Lori Petty as well, wherever you are. I hope you're rocking.
Maybe we could get Terry to come on this show.
Well, absolutely no offense intended if you're listening, Terry, but what else are you doing?
What else? What? I mean, maybe something cool. Maybe Terry's one of those guys who left acting to become a scientist.
Like to become like the kid from Hook is now a Federalist Society professor.
We don't like that.
Case Western University. Maybe that's what Terry ended up doing. Anyway, welcome to Text Me Back podcast. I'm Terry. And so's Lindy.
That's right.
How you like that? Today, we just decided right before we hit record. No. This was all, of course, discussed at a production meeting.
That we had.
A great deal of deliberation took place wherein Lindy was on the ferry and didn't really have any internet connection. And for all I know, she came up with the best idea of all time and nobody heard her.
That's actually literally what happened.
That's what happened. And so, and then she forgot because, we're both busy.
No, I sold it for profit to a different podcast company.
To the Washington Post. Mm-hmm. So anyway, and shout out to the Washington Post.
They're doing great stuff.
Mm-hmm. Actually, just really quick. Speaking of rage bait, the Washington Post's editorial board, which, I know everyone knows, it's Jeff Bezos bought it. And then he decided that he only wanted the editorial board to write about like the free market or something. And like a laissez-faire economics or whatever. So they started this little video series. I'm not going to say the name of it. It's stupid and I don't want to give it any attention. because the best part is nobody's giving it any attention. The shit gets like 4 likes on Twitter, which is like the place you would go for like the worst like neo-centrist garbage shit takes in the world. It's only getting 4 likes over there. The only reason it's getting any engagement on Blue Sky is because the Facebook moms think it's dumb. Anyway, the other day they posted this video of this like some sort of dollar store Barry Weiss that they found to be like, Gavin Newsom says he's giving free diapers to kids in California. Oh, really? Free? Dripping in condescension, using the air quotes around free. And then she's like, you'll never guess what it costs. And I was like, you could say any number and I wouldn't give a shit because I don't think that children should be covered in their own feces. But go ahead and tell me, what is the number? The number, Lindy, for free diapers in California for children, all of them, apparently. Yep. I don't think it's means tested. I think any child can access this program. $20 million. That's 1 nickel. California has the same size economy as all of France. And you want me to get pissed off about $20 million? How much does Jeff Bezos get in tax breaks? Something tells me it's a little higher than $20 million, but you're right. We should make the children walk around soiled in their own filth. I think that's better.
I'm not sure. Are there any rich people in California?
I don't recall.
Because it seems like if you had 20 rich people, you taxed each of them $1 million.
But California is so, I don't know.
Are there
industries out there? Or?
I don't know. I don't know where the money would come from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really sad.
You know who we can punish is the babies.
I think it's their fault. If you think about it.
You know what the babies need to start to have a little bit of? Personal responsibility.
And fine motor skills.
That's
to
right.
Wipe your own ass. Okay. Anyway, it just was so sort of casually evil that it kind of, it really got me. I was like, I know that I'm falling for the engagement bait and the rage click, but this is such an evil thing to say. Like, that's so crazy that you came onto this earth that we all live on. And you said, and I assume you're making maybe $30,000 a year to make centrist videos for the Washington Post so that Jeff Bezos can buy another boat for his boat, just to say that, fuck them kids. They can shit in their own hands.
Let me ask you a question, though. Meagan. What's a better thing to do to a kid? Put a diaper on a kid or kill a kid with a bomb? Blow a kid up? Because it seems like we have money for the one of those two things.
And you're saying it's not the diapers.
It's not the diapers.
Oh,
it's actually way more expensive to blow them up.
Oh, it's the murder.
The murder is worse economically.
Oh.
Versus the diaper, which it just helps them with their hygiene, and then they get to continue to grow and be alive.
Well, when's election day? I need to think about this more.
Yeah.
You know, let me think. Okay.
Yeah. I wonder where Spencer Pratt comes down on the...
You'll never guess. Anyway, shout out to being alive. We're going to do the show now. We're going to do a segment called What You Watchin' / Whatcha Munchin. We're going to do a segment called oh shit,
Snake of the Week.
Oh, Snake of the Week. Remember her? I do from before. But first, we have a new segment calling Makeup News. And it's time to finally address the allegations, which are Meagan looks really good. That's one of the top allegations. That's on the lips of all. They're saying, whoa, what'd you do?
Who is she?
Did you put your makeup on different? Because you look incredible.
Meagan,
like,
are you young?
Are you no more than, say, 36 or 37 years old? That's what they're asking. And I'm here to tell you no. I'm 43, okay?
Damn.
For one more blissful month of it. And I'm going to enjoy my youth. But, you know, I was scrolling, as I do. And I came across a young lady by the name of Shelby Ann, who was like, bestie, She reached through my phone and grabbed the collar of my shirt and said, "You're putting your makeup on wrong." And normally I ignore those because everybody is always doing something wrong. They're always saying that. "Oh, that's not right. Oh, if cilantro tastes like soap to you, you're wrong." Or if cilantro tastes like cilantro to you, you're wrong. It's supposed to taste like soap. Sometimes they say that.
If cilantro tastes like soap to you, you need to put highlighter above your eyebrows.
Mm-hmm. It also determines where you put the blush, which we're still trying to figure out. Okay. Apples of the cheeks higher. We don't know. We're still figuring that out genetically. Anyways, but I thought I'd give her a shot because Shelby just had like a good vibe. I can't really explain it. And the cool thing about her is that she lives and dies by drugstore makeup, affordable makeup. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to look beautiful. She says, "I have a lot of eczema, so I fear drugstore makeup, having had some bad experiences in the past." But she has a lot of good tips and recommendations about like dupes that she likes. And stuff that you can get for pretty cheap, either at the drugstore or at Ulta, which has a lot of like affordable brands. And I was like, I like this lady. And she's like, "I'm a wedding makeup artist. So I do makeup on all different types of faces, such as brides' faces, such as mothers of the bride, such as mothers of the groom, such as aunties, mature skin,
such
types.
As flower girl, like me.
Middle-aged flower girl. I do," she says. So she says, "Mature skin girlies, besties, this is the tutorial for you." So I watch it. This lady's doing all manner of shit that makes her look absolutely fucking insane. But they say trust the process, and I did. And at the end of it, she looked amazing, I thought. Like, not everything she put on is exactly how I want to look personally, but her tips about like actually prepping your skin for the makeup, like where to apply the different items, I found fascinating. So I rushed not to the drugstore, but to Sephora.com. And I purchased many items. And I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do Shelby Ann mature woman face. And I did. Oh, you'll have to go to youtube.com to see what or I don't know, just regular Instagram.
You look beautiful.
Anyway, I feel amazing. I feel like it really made a difference. I was like, oh, she was doing something called underpainting, where you put the bronzer on first and then the cream blush on first. And then I never contour because I don't understand what that is.
Who do I look like? One of the old masters?
You telling me I'm freaking Michelangelo up in this bitch? The turtle? I don't think so, sister. Anyway, so I did that.
You are a party dude.
That's what they're saying. Anyway, so I did that. I was patting bronzer all around, I was putting on all manner of milky toner and hydrating serums, etc., etc. And I think we're working with something here.
I think you look great. What would you say is the top tip?
Oh, the top tip is prep. I wasn't doing any of the prep she was doing. She puts on something called milky toner, which I've never even heard of, but like Thayer's makes one, which you can get, what they make, like the witch hazel people. They make a milky toner, which you can get at the drugstore. I got like a Sephora brand one for like $9 or something.
Okay.
It's pretty inexpensive. And her top tip is put that shit on. More than you think. Just really milk yourself up. Then you put, all of a sudden, Lindy doesn't like it when somebody says something like milk yourself up. Interesting.
I go through seasons in my life where my disgust threshold changes. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's hormonal. But I'm in a low threshold for disgust right now.
All of a sudden.
I didn't like when you said milked yourself up.
Even though this is the woman who said mom frosting not 1 month ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, we'll respect your boundaries.
No, you don't have to.
Anyway, she does a milky toner. She does a hydrating serum. Then she puts on sunscreen. Then she puts on primer on top of that.
Holy shnikes.
I know. Then you're doing the underpainting. You're doing your little bronzer around the forehead. You're doing a little bronzer on the cheek. You're doing your cream bronzer.
Okay.
Cream blush on the cheeks. But she pulls hers up to to give you the illusion of cheekbones. Then you put your foundation on under that. Geographically under where you put bronzer and
So
blush.
you don't put foundation over the blush and the bronzer. Okay.
No. You selectively apply it like geographically, topographically under your cheek.
Interesting.
Then you go in with your various powders. Now you're powdering powder bronzer on top of that, powder blush on top of that.
What?
And then you're doing little setting powders on where you put the foundation. Oh, she also suggested a color corrector, like an under eye color corrector, which I've never used before. I bought one from Huda Booty. Huda Beauty.
No.
That was crazy what happened to my under eye. It was crazy. I put that on and I said, she's gone. My under eye's gone. She disappeared.
Your under eyes look great, I must say.
Thank you. And they always look bag and sagging. It was incredible. It was amazing. So anyway, I'll put a link to Shelby's. If you're anything like me, and something tells me that you are, because I've seen the demographics of people who listen to this show, there are people with mature skin who listen to this show. And if you're interested, I'm not saying that you need to. You all look beautiful just as God made you. But if you're interested in doing weird magician's tricks to your face, I will link to Shelby Ann's mature skin tutorial. And I think you're going to like what you're going to see. I feel
you look great. You look amazing. And you look young.
She looks 36, 35, maybe at absolute max. Okay. And that's Megan's makeup news.
Megan's makeup.
Wow. My name is Bella Hadid. What's Lindy's makeup news?
I have a little makeup news. I'm getting into something new, Megan. And it's your fault / credit.
Oh, I like that. I like it when I get to be the responsible party for somebody's life change.
You're an influencer. And here's why. When we were in New York City and I had the fiasco with the van, I accidentally had packed all of my many lipsticks in a little pouch that I left in the van.
Yes.
At LaGuardia. So I had no lip makeup. Megan gave me this Nude MAC lip gloss.
Ooh.
In the shade Lust.
Sexual.
So as a person, I identify as a potato woman. I think that my head looks like a potato.
You're a woman of the earth, I think is the euphemism.
Is it?
That the potato community has landed on.
Yeah. And so I've always felt like, okay, I need to put the brightest lipstick on my lips so that my face will have some kind of character.
You do a lot. You're a real lipstick maxer. And I feel like you've been that way forever. Like you always wear like a bright lip. You always bring a lot of color to your face. You always have like an interesting glasses, usually a bright glasses. You always wear like a big bright earring, normally like red or pink lipstick.
It's a side effect of, the fact that
I'm kind of like chunky.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I can't get the clothes that I want to wear to really express myself.
Yeah.
And so I rely on accessories.
Yeah.
Making
it really
choices. Exactly. To bring some interest.
Not to be like too serious on a Friday afternoon. But I do feel like we've talked about this before where like shopping is a whole production because like plus size clothing is always either in a completely different store or a completely different part of the store that you're in. But like you can always get shoes mostly in your size. Like, so that's like what you focus on when you're shopping with your friends, things that you can all get at the same store, like earrings, glasses, shoes, purses,
If I want to be part of the community and bond with my sisters at the
we're
mall,
all going to the bag section.
And I love to go to the mall.
Girl.
The only way I can do that is if I bond with my sisters over shoes, hats, earrings, hats. Sure. Hat. So I've always relied on that. And then that sort of became a part of me. And also I feel as though I have no facial features. I'm shocked. I'm shocked when anyone recognizes me on the street. I'm like, this? How could you even? I don't feel like I look like anything. So I've always used bright lipstick as kind of a crutch, and also I love it. I mean, it's fun to have a bold lip. I'm not against it, but okay. Meagan hands me this nude lip gloss. I put this on.
Did I give you that? I really gave you that.
Well, I
gave you something like that.
You gave me something like that.
Yeah.
I thought that I had
maybe it was that.
It might have been something else, but you gave me a nude gloss.
You somehow were able to find like sort of like a matte something that like maybe it was blush or something that you could use as lipstick, but then it was not. But it was like really dry. It was like matte, you know.
Yeah, it was not right. And you gave me a gloss, and it had a new. I thought it was this one, but it could have been different.
It was, yeah.
But maybe I just had this. I found it in my house later. I don't. Somehow this has made its way into my purse.
Yeah.
I put this on. I'm like, I am an elegant woman.
I know.
I'm from the Hamptons, and
I just left the barefoot Contessa's grocery.
Literally, I put this on. I was like, I am beautiful. And not only that, my face has a natural elegance and a natural beauty that I am now ready to highlight with a nude lip. So now I'm in my nude lip era. Okay.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Then my friend Jessie May Martinson, knitting celebrity Jessie May, she goes, do you ever wear a nude lip? She gives me this guy. She's like, I don't wear this one.
Is that an Ilia?
It's a violet.
Oh, I've seen
underscore fr.
I've seen them on TikTok.
Bisou Balm. This is a sheer matte lipstick, very subtle, very eleganza, very also moisturizing. Then on my way to South Carolina, I'm in South Carolina to speak at the Richland County Library. By the way, the most incredible library I've ever been to in my life. It has a recording studio. It has a wood shop. It has a laser cutter and a 3D printer, and it has like trees growing inside the library. It's like truly the best library I've ever been to in my life. Okay. But anyway, I got to the airport early. So then I went to the Mac store and I was like, I'm looking for a nude lip. Now, this lady, she was a shark, and she was a real sales lady.
Parentheses compliment or parentheses a little bit scary.
Both. Yeah. Like I was impressed with her, but also I felt like she didn't believe me that I really wanted a nude, because she kept pushing me.
She kept pushing purples on you.
Yeah, she kept pushing me pinker and pinker. She was like, you seem like a wacky lipstick kind of a lady. And I was like, no.
I see those fucking Pep Boy on the left glasses, girl. I know you want a pink.
But I got this like gorgeous brown that was on sale. And that's actually what I'm wearing right now.
I love that. It looks really pretty.
I love it. And then I also got, so this is a brown. It's called Posh Pit. And then I also got a matte, and this is called this is like a famous one. Oh yeah, Velvet Teddy.
Oh, I like
this
that.
Is a famous MAC shade.
That's really pretty.
I know, and I don't know that I should probably stop buying them, because they're all kind of the same.
I know. I just was having that same thought. I have been in my nude lip era my whole life. I don't wear red lips that often, because I just feel like it immediately gets all over my teeth and I get really self-conscious. Although I think I look good in red lipstick, but I really only wear it for like very special occasions. My favorite is the NARS lip pencil in the color Cruella. I love her. But I prefer more of like a nude color. And my problem is that I just keep buying different versions of like a mauve, like your lips, but better color. But these ladies who did our makeup at the Cascade Ideas Festival, God, I wish I could remember their names, because they were so amazing. I wish I could recommend them to you, because if you're listening, will you tell me who you are so we can recommend you? You guys were fucking incredible and so nice, and they made us look so pretty. But the lady recommended this Fenty gloss bomb called In Hot Chocolate. And I thought it might be like a little dark. It's like a dark brown, brownish, but like a little bit of pink in it. And I love it. I wear it every day. I've gone through like 3 of these since we were at the Ideas Festival like 2 years ago. I am obsessed with it. But then I was like, I'm going to go get more of those Fenties. And I have like 3 of them in my cart right now at Sephora. And they're all basically the same color. But I was like, I love it. We're dying. They're bombing everyone and the kids are shitting on their own feet. So I'm just going to buy a bunch of gloss bombs. It's so fun.
I got obsessed with this makeup lady named Erin Parsons Makeup. And she does stuff that I find super interesting. Like she'll be like, on eBay, I bought like the entire season of like 1989 MAC, the whole line. And then like all these lipsticks that don't exist anymore. And then she'll like swatch all of them and put them on. And she'll be like, oh, this is like more of a cool toned nude. Like I would be like, those are all the same color. But then she'll describe it in a way where I'm like, oh yeah, they are. They're totally different. And I do need them all. There's something very soothing about her, like her voice. And also sometimes she'll be like, this lipstick has poison in it, but that's okay. I'm just going to put it on for a second. She's like, this is illegal now. Let's like look at these old discontinued makeups. Here's the exact shade that Marilyn Monroe liked to wear, and I found on eBay. It's really interesting.
It's like makeup history also. I feel like that's really right up your alley.
Yes. And even though like I don't really care about Marilyn Monroe, no offense.
Yeah, no offense, but why are we still talking about her? You guys, I'm sure she was a really nice lady and she was super pretty.
I care about her as a person. Like
but she was dead before you and I were even born, and we're old. Is there not anyone else who has happened?
The Woodstock of women, really.
They won't stop talking about her. And as you pointed out last time we brought up Woodstock, only 2 things ever happened.
Yeah,
Woodstock and Marilyn Monroe. They don't have anything else to talk about.
Audrey Hepburn happened a little
bit. She happened a little bit.
She slightly happened.
Sometimes they like to bring up Natalie Wood because of the unsolved death. But other than that, they barely bring her up. And come on. Anyways.
Erin Parsons always has like a little heart or something on her cheek. And
Cute.
I was like, and so then I was like, I'm going to buy face gems.
I like those face gems.
I don't regret it. It's fun.
I think they're so cute.
I feel young and sparkling when I have a face gem.
I never really wore that much makeup in the years that you're supposed to. I didn't even like figure out eyeliner until I was probably 28 or something like that. As I get older, I just feel like I'm like, okay, I'm going to finally handle whatever's going on with me. I'm going to dress my A1C. I'm going to get Invisalign. I'm going to figure out how to put bronzer on my face because you only live once, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And you know what, Meagan? We look great and we look young.
I'm going to die hot. That's the dream. And that's makeup news. For all the young people who listen to the show, all 7 of you, it's so weird. Like when you're a kid and I don't know if you ever thought this way, but I always would be like, well, one day you become an adult and this all kind of just like makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like there'll be some shift in your mind that indicates you're in charge of things now and you're an adult person. And I don't know if it's just our generation or what, but I'm
still in high school.
Well, is the concert all ages? Because if not, I'm not sure I can go. You know what I mean? I'm 15. Totally. So,
well, I think that what happened was that you used to like, you would turn 28, you'd get promoted to like floor manager at the factory.
Yes.
Overnight, you turn into the dad from Wonder Years.
Yes.
And then you're that age until you're 75.
And then you die.
And then you die of emphysema or something. And that was sort of the plan. You get the promotion, and then you're married and you have kids and you have a house, and then you have to like mow the lawn. And like we don't have that.
I do wonder if people with kids, and I'm actually inviting you to write in about this. Normally I wouldn't care, but I'm inviting you to write in about this. Do people with kids, maybe they have that a little bit more? Because I think maybe it's a combo where we no longer have the traditional markers of adulthood. They're not as accessible to people our age and younger, like job with pension, home ownership, marriage, kids. Like we just can't afford it in that same way. And also like the economy is made up of mostly robots now or whatever the fuck.
I mean, we're literally not in charge or control. We're all still in We're all still in like menial gig economy jobs begging for money. So
maybe that's part of it. But I do wonder for those of you who are responsible for not only bringing new life into this world, but being required to shape that child into a
take
human,
care of it.
I mean, God bless you, as Joe Biden would say. He's the only one who said it. But let me know, when you had a kid, were you like, oh, it's clicking into place now? I'm in charge. I'm a grown up now. Do you know what I mean?
I bet I know the answer.
I bet it's no, but I'm so curious to know. Because I feel like that never really happened to me. And I often find myself shocked when I do know what to do in a situation. Yeah. But it's also like very weird to be around my nephews and they've only ever known me as a grown woman. And I find that so strange because I'm like, girl, I have no idea what's going on around here. Ask your dad. No clue.
Right?
But he don't know. My brother's only 9. You know what I mean? He's a 9-year-old, 40-year-old man. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, he knows
it's weird.
Way less than you. Yeah.
You don't know anything.
Time is a strange, slippery snake. You know, I don't understand it at all. And I don't like it. I don't like the passage of time.
And that's makeup news.
Makeup news?
Let us know what makeup you're using. And let us know what's going on with your kids.
Okay, really quick before we move on, can I do a surprise micro segment? Okay.
Yes. Crazy lady living in a bag.
I don't need you to do it.
Crazy lady living in a bag.
I just wanted to say that I had an idea, which is that on Fridays, if we record on Fridays and you have a beveragino, that maybe now it has a name that we're calling Bevera.
Geno's, you go for the food we've got. Geno's, you go for it sizzling hot. Geno's, you go for the food. Burgers, french fries, chicken too. Geno's, salad bars, steaks and milkshakes. Geno's, you go for the food. Geno's, you go for the food we've got. We've got it. Geno's, you go for it sizzling hot. Geno's, you go for the food.
Oh, that really got me good. That was nice.
Beveraginos.
Beveraginos.
Exactly.
We go for the wine we got.
we got it. That's all. That's my micro segment.
We're going to take a little breaky break. I'm going to fan myself because I'm getting really sweaty. And then we'll be right back. And the
would you say
really loud.
Would you say you're getting sizzling hot?
Sizzling hot. Perimenopausal. Okay, we'll be right back.
Meagan, I'm in South Carolina, and did you know that they're doing hijinks here? Have you heard about it? The Republican legislature said, you know what? We're not going to do the gerrymandering. Because they said, it's already pretty gerrymandered in our favor. And
we already did real good.
They were like, what if we redistrict again and then black people go out to vote? We don't want that. A politician said that on the floor.
Cool. Good job.
So then they were like, you know what? We're not going to do it. And then the governor of South Carolina made them come back and do a special session so that he can force them to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Shout out to the Supreme Court for issuing that ruling in Louisiana v. Calais. You fucking dickheads. Ruined my week. Ruined my month, really, if we're being all the way legit about it. and ruined American democracy, which I technically is worse than ruining my week. Good job. Anyway, love to laugh. Okay, we're back. Text me back, podcast. And we're going to do a segment called
Snake of the Week.
That's right, it's Snake of the Week. Can I begin? Can I commence?
Oh, please.
I have a snake. Okay, it starts with a tail. No. Oh God, I did a pun on accident. Disgusting. I'm canceling the podcast off that. This is actually our last episode because of that.
Did you see how excited I got?
Yeah. Disgusting.
It's still happening. It's still happening inside me, the excitement.
I hate to make Lindy happy. I surely do. Anyway, so last weekend, I went on a little field trip with my husband, Adam, friend of the show, Brian, and Brian's husband, who's named, get this, Brian. What do you think of that? Two Brians. Either an upside or downside of being gay. You could marry somebody with the same name as you. Interesting. Let us know. Would you be into that? I might be. Who could say? We go on a little field trip out to Virginia to go to a couple of wineries. And one of the wineries, I will use the name because it was great. And if you live in the area, I really recommend it. It's called Glen Manor. And it was so lovely. It's like Front Royal, Shenandoah area. A woman and her husband own it. The woman, I'm so sorry, I don't know her name. I think it was Kelly. Oh, I forget. But she was like really cool. She was like wearing clogs. And I was like,
stop.
Okay, sister. My sister in clogging. I love to clog.
And I'm totally into Satan.
We won't be explaining what that was about. Anyway, I'll just say her name is Kelly.
Call her Cloggy.
Cloggy. So Cloggy. No, so in between the tastings, to cleanse your palate, you eat like a little cracker or whatever. Kelly makes
Cloggy
bread, like bakes bread every day.
Stop.
As the little palate cleanser. And this bread, she put cocaine in it or something.
Ooh,
it was so
yum,
good.
yum,
I was like,
yum.
ma'am, when does the bakery open? Because this bread is crazy. It was so good. Anyway, so we did a little tasting. We tried a bunch of whites and a bunch of reds. And the lady who was doing our tasting with us it wasn't Kelly. It was some other woman. She was so great. Just a wonderful gal who'd lived in Northern Virginia for like 20 years or something. Used to have a restaurant. She had a billion different digressions. I was like, come on, Text Me Back podcast. We love to digress. Oh my God.
Sure do.
We became best friends, me and this woman. I love her. Anyway, so then we go to a different winery, and I will not use the name because it was kind of a stinky experience. Ooh. Where we go there, and it didn't seem that busy to me, but the woman was like, we're full. So, and we were like, oh, okay. So we all went to use the bathroom and we were going to leave. And then she followed us out to be like, wait, if you want to wait 5 minutes, we could find space for you. And I was like, okay. Like, what? It was so weird. And then I swear I'm getting to my snake. Hang on. So then we do the tasting. And it was nice, but the guy didn't tell us that much about like how they made it or what the grapes were. Like he just didn't get all involved. Meanwhile, the Glen Manor lady was like showing us pictures of the grapes. She's like, this is this grape and this is this grape. And we put it in this. Here's a picture of the barrel we put it in. And this guy kind of wasn't really doing that. Fair enough. I don't like working either. So whatever. And then he goes, do you want to try some stuff that's not on this list that we already have open? And we were like, yeah, sure. We'd love to. And he goes, okay, well, I mean, just so you know, it's whites only. and then I said, oh, I guess I'll leave. And then all my friends laughed. And then he laughed, but I don't think he understood why everyone else was laughing. I don't think he caught how weird that sounded.
Yeah. Seems like you would. Seems like you'd have some basic proficiency.
I think he just was like, wow, I guess this lady only loves red wine. And I was like, sure, let's go with that. Yeah. Anyway, so the actual wines were pretty good. We got a bottle from there and then we went outside to sit. Actually, this winery was really beautiful. It was kind of too bad about the vibe because it was very lush and they had this patio that had like a gazebo with all these climbing vines. It was really pretty. Anyway, we're sitting outside having our beveraginos. I look over and who do I spy? But a snake of the week.
Stop.
That's right. I said, look at him. It's a little... And by the way, I guess now is a good time to tell you that my snake is actually a lizard. But I do think, if you think about it, lizards are snakes. I think that's right. Because worms are snakes.
Oh, if worms are snakes, then lizards are... I think lizards actually might be snakes.
Because snakes sometimes have hands.
I think...
Don't they say that?
Sometimes they have great big knockers.
Do they say that? I said, what?
No, but I think that snakes are legless lizards sometimes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I look over and I saw a snake with hands and feet. And it was...
His name was Brian.
His name was also Brian. It was so crazy. There's 3 fucking Brians at this thing. No, so I look over and it was a fucking little skink with a red head. And I've never seen a red-headed skink before. I've seen like the blue-tailed skinks.
Wow.
But I saw and I said, oh, look, it's my son. I think that's actually what I said. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Oh, it's my son. And he kind of like skinked over to the corner and then just like stuck his little red head out of a little log. And he just sat with us while we had our little befragina.
You are so lucky.
I know. And I looked him up. And you're going to have to probably go to YouTube for this because I'm going to do an impression. So I looked up red-headed skink. I guess they're actually called broadhead skinks.
Okay.
Maybe. Anyway, the first picture that pops up of a broadhead skink in Google Images is a guy holding one. And the skink has wrapped his little hands around the guy's thumb. And he's making this face. So you're going to want to go to YouTube to see what the face was. It's quite cute. But we'll put a picture of it on Instagram too so you can see. He's so cute. Anyway, he was really cute. His name is Brian 3. And he had a little bevragino and then off he skinked. It was
he
so
drunk?
cute. He was drunk as hell. But he's a friendly drunk. So he was like,
Oh, good.
I love you guys so much. Why don't we hang out?
Megan, you literally look so pretty. You look so... Are you using Milky Toner? Are you using Milky Toner?
You like my earrings? You could have them. I never wear these. It was so beautiful. So then he skinked off. It was really sweet. And it was a beautiful, lovely day. It was so wonderful. So shout out to Brian's and shout out to wine.
I love that. Well, I have 2 snakes that I've brought. Now, one of them, I wasn't able to read the article because it's paywalled.
Sure.
But it's an article in Outside Magazine. Here's the headline. This daredevil was set to make wingsuit history. So now, I know you know about the wingsuit, Megan.
I know about this. I'm like, are you about to talk to me about fucking Dean Potter? Because I have so many thoughts.
We can talk about that in a Whatcha Watchin', but that's not what happened to this daredevil. This daredevil was set to make wingsuit history. Then a snake bit him. Oh, yeah. So I don't know what happened. It says in the subhead that British adventurer Tim Howell was days away from attempting the highest wingsuit flight I believe this is in the Himalayas, when a venomous snake changed everything. So shout out to him.
I wonder if he died. I assume he didn't.
Imagine you're a wingsuit guy and then you die from a snake. You'd be so mad.
To me, that's poetic and beautiful, but to him, I'm sure he wouldn't have liked it. I don't have the energy to get into Dean Potter right now, but Jesus Christ. By the way, everyone, please watch this documentary. Dark Wizard. It's on HBO, and we'll talk about it the next After Dark. How about that?
That's what I was going to say.
Which we should just announce this now. That'll be on May 31st, actually, I believe.
Okay,
yes.
Great.
The last Sunday of the month, May 31st. We'll talk about it then. And we live stream it on Patreon. So it's available to all Patreon subscribers at the $3 level and above. So if you want to hear my thoughts on this fucking guy.
There's something really funny that I've discovered about Megan, which is that Megan hates adventurers.
Oh my God. They're so, well, you know what it is? It's so crazy. I was just thinking this. It's so crazy to me because I love white nonsense. You know I do.
I'm shocked that you don't like these guys.
Nothing more nonsensical and Caucasian about whatever the fuck these guys are getting up to, because I hate that free solo bitch as well. Oh, I hate him so much. He climbed up that skyscraper and I was like, shut the fuck up. What are you doing? What is this? Like, again, the babies are pooping on their own feet and I gotta watch this asshole. I mean, nobody made me watch it.
I can't wait to get into this on After Dark because I'm fascinated by how much you hate it, because you love it when Tom Cruise hangs upside down underneath the plane.
I'll have to, maybe I'll talk to my therapist about it because I don't know exactly what the difference is.
Well, I have a lot of thoughts about Alex Honnold and Dean Potter, and we will talk about it on After Dark.
I just will say this. You guys should watch both The Dark Wizard and Free Solo, because of course Alex, the Free Solo guy, makes an appearance. Oh, I hate him so much.
I'm surprised that you hate it, because he shows up to roast the ass of this guy.
I know, it's so much just like, but you know what it is? I think it's the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So now I'm like, well, now I like Dean Potter, I guess, because I hate this fucker so much. So basically Alex Honnold shows up just to be like, I don't know. I liked Dean. We were friends. I mean, sure, I set out to systematically dismantle his inner peace on purpose to hurt him and make him want to die. But what's wrong with that? Like, he's such an ass. Like, I want to stab him.
Yeah. Well,
with a knife.
Perhaps our second candidate for Snake of the Week will take out
is Alex Honnold.
No, if he's out here biting extreme sportsmen, maybe Alex is next.
If that snake gets Alex Honnold, that's Snake of the Millennium. Okay.
Okay, so shout out to him. That's Snake of the Week number 2.
Alex Honnold is in this documentary talking about, Dean's trying to disrespect the good name of El Capitan. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, sorry, please continue.
I don't even know if I can wait until May 31st to talk about this.
No, we're putting that behind a paywall. That's called a cliffhanger, literally. Okay.
Literally. Wow, Megan's second pun of the episode. And
speaking of knives, I will be stabbing myself in the eyeball after this podcast.
Okay, then speaking of knives,
because I said I wanted to stab Alex Honnold with a knife, but maybe you didn't hear me say that.
I thought maybe you were referencing like a snake's tooth.
Yes, that's actually what I was
Speaking of knives. Okay.
Speaking of a snake's tooth, man abandons exotic snakes on Hollywood Walk of Fame while fleeing LAPD. Oh.
A man accused of using exotic snakes to collect money from tourists on the Hollywood Walk of Fame ran off and abandoned the reptiles when approached by officers. I know. He was, quote, parading exotic snakes around for tourist money. But then when officers attempted to contact him, he fled on foot, leaving the snakes behind.
What the fuck?
I know. You know what he is.
Segment Pew.
That's really bad. And I know. I don't even... Look, I don't personally like snakes that much, but you can't just be treating animals bad.
No, but you know what? You know what? It's for the best, because the snakes were safely recovered. They were turned over to animal control, and I'm sure they're going to go to good homes where someone will not exploit them. And then, listen, ACAB for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. ACAB for sure. But the LAPD did put a little jokey joke in their press release. They said, quote, "Looks like the only thing getting squeezed today was his escape plan," which doesn't really make sense at all.
Does he squeeze the snakes as part of the entertainment?
I think maybe the snakes were constrictors.
Oh, okay.
But it still doesn't. I wouldn't say that it works. It's not anything on the level of Megan's puns from today.
The only thing getting constricted is this man's freedom.
See? They needed Megan. They need Megan on the force.
Yeah, I should be the comms director for the LAPD. Now, do we know which celebrity's star he ditched the snakes upon? I feel like that's important.
No, there's so much information that I need. Oh, here's a picture of the snake.
Is it cute?
Yeah, it's hella cute.
Yeah.
It's like some kind of python, I think.
I will say this. I think the hog noses are pretty cute.
Oh, they're so
I think those
cute.
are pretty cute. Could you feed them an egg or do they have to eat mice?
I think you have to feed them mice. But there are some snakes that I think are egg specialists. But I don't know if those are commonly kept as pets or not.
That could be a workaround from the mouse thing.
Yeah, that is true. Because I do worry. I mean, I think I could handle frozen mice.
Yeah.
I don't think I could deal emotionally with giving
putting a live
mouse
one in there.
I would,
but they live for the thrill of the hunt. You know what I mean?
I know, and I wouldn't want to deprive the snake of its natural joy.
Yeah, if it's like what do you call that? Enrichment time.
Exactly. So I think it's not for me. Even though I'd love to.
It's definitely not for me. I just think that the hog noses have a cute dub, and those are the ones that are really dramatic.
Yeah,
right? Where they're like, oh, I'm dying. Yeah. I'm dead. They are. I guess that snake from Robin Hood maybe is. Oh, I guess he's a python, but he has hognose tendencies.
Yeah, he has hognose tendencies.
He's very gay and dramatic. He's always like, oh, Prince John. Oh no. Oh,
he's a queer-coded villain to be sure.
For sure.
So that's Snake of the Week. And that's
and coming up is
snake
of the Week.
We're gonna take a break again, I guess.
Just like really quick.
Just
and then
really quick.
A really quick Whatcha watching, because I want to know what you're watching.
And then a really quick Whatcha watching. BRB. Okay, girl, here's what I'm watching. And then we'll hear about what you're munching. And then we're going to end the show and get out of here. Okay, as longtime listeners know, last year I read Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. No, Charlotte Bronte. Which Bronte?
I think it's Emily.
Doesn't matter at the end of the day.
It sure doesn't.
Who cares? Anyways, it was one of them. She gone. So she can't get mad at me. Because I was like, oh, the movie's coming out. And I want to see the movie because, they say Emerald Fennell is out here making art. And I said, I like to support the arts. Okay. I plan on seeing the film. So I just want to have like a basis of like what this is about. Because I have not read very many classics, many literary classics.
Yeah.
And sometimes I regret that. And I especially I think what I really regret is not having some sort of guide to the classics. Like I feel like I never read Moby Dick, and I just feel like I can't without some sort of English PhD to walk me through it. Like your BA is not going to help me. I need a doctor of letters.
Yeah.
Like a real one. Like not some lady who got 2 hats at Occidental College. Okay. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. Oh my God. Can I really quickly?
Yes.
Now that I went through the internet backlash to adult braces, I deleted Threads, but I still get the little I know. I still get the little previews in my Instagram that tries to trick me into clicking on it. And also I got a renewed healthy paranoia about what people are saying about me. Nice. And I got fed a little preview trying to get me to click on Threads. And it was Roxane Gay, who I think liked the book, but it just said, I just found out that lady's PhD is not even real. And then I was like,
and you're like, oh,
is it me? Am I that lady? And I don't think
about Dr. Lindy West?
I don't think that it is. I think some lady must have done a real fraud.
Yeah.
But I was immediately like, oh no, what if it's me?
I gotta re-download Threads.
Which I didn't, and I will never.
No, it's really bad. I only have one post on Threads, which is this app is fucking rancid. We don't need to get into it,
No,
but
but
God,
it's the worst.
what a horrible application that turned out to be. Anyway, I didn't like the book Wuthering Heights. I didn't really like it. I felt like I understood what was going on. I think that both Bronte sisters, because Jane Eyre, similar vibe, sort of like gothic, depressed grotesqueries happening in the domestic space, because women all over, but in, I don't know, landed gentry England, whatever, we're just like kind of stuck at home doing embroidery and freaking out.
I think that's right.
And kind of just assuming that everyone was some sort of nefarious toad, I think.
What's weird about England?
Yeah.
There's this weird time where you could be like rich and poor at the same time.
Yeah, yes. And I feel like that's like, it's so crazy because in Wuthering Heights, I think Kathy is technically poor, but she lives in this huge estate with a bunch of servants. I'm like, y'all are poor?
Sorry.
Where?
I'm supposed to cut back on the lattes so that I can go to grad school or whatever?
Meanwhile, you guys are ass deep in potatoes, even though your dad gambled away all of your money? What the fuck is going on here?
Have one less butler. I don't know.
What the fire? Whatever that fucking guy's name is. Anyway, John. It doesn't matter.
Why don't you just fire John?
Fire Jonathan and you'll be fine. Anyway, so I just thought the book was just obnoxious. And I think everyone's supposed to be kind of disgusting, which is the number one top way to get me to not like something. I hate that. I don't like TV shows where everyone's horrible. I don't like movies where everybody's horrible, because there's nothing lazier to me than when I say something such as, I couldn't really get into Succession, everybody was really annoying, and then the person you're talking to says, you're supposed to hate them. Shut the fuck up and never speak to me again.
Mission accomplished.
Hey, fun fact, I already hate everyone in real life. Why do I have to spend my off time developing new people to dislike?
Oh, by the way, Meagan,
I'm good.
By the way, Meagan, when I went live on our Patreon the other day.
Oh yeah,
and one of our listeners is cousins with Ted from Schitt's Creek. Did you know that?
So what?
One of our listeners
cousins with Hot Frosty.
Someone's cousins with Hot Frosty. So I just need you to know.
Can you send him a link to our podcast? Hello?
Yeah. Hello?
And why have you been keeping this secret? What the fuck?
I know. And I was like, there was a lot going on, but I was like, excuse me, tell me more. And then she was like, yeah, he's like just a really nice guy from Canada. And I was like,
okay,
I need a lot more than that. But,
maybe you could give him our number, 703-829-0003. Wow. By the way, if any of you are related to famous people, you have to tell us.
Yeah, it's the law. Otherwise, it's entrapment.
So what the hell?
Sorry to drop that on you, but I was just thinking about media where the people make you happy instead of sad.
Yeah. Is that bad? Why is that bad? I have to be fucking depressed all the time? I'm already depressed. I don't even want to brush my teeth. Leave me alone. Anyways. So I didn't like the book, and then I kind of never got around to seeing the movie. Now the fucking movie's on HBO Max, and I'm getting into a little habit where I try to walk on my little walking pad, and so I'll watch something stupid while I walk on my little walking pad. And today I was like, perhaps I'll turn on Wuthering Heights.
It's so funny that this is your Whatcha watching, because just last Sunday we sat down to watch a movie, and I said, you know what, let's watch Wuthering Heights. And then I thought to myself, it's funny that I never heard an update from Meagan about her opinion on the movie, since I knew that you watched.
Did you watch it?
Well, we got 40 minutes in, and then Roya fell asleep, and then I left town.
Exactly.
So I haven't finished it.
Exactly. That's exactly right. You got 40 minutes in and you fell asleep and then somebody left. Exactly. Okay, so I fucking turn this on, and my expectations are right at the ground. I don't think it's going to be particularly good. And I didn't like the book. So even if the movie is good, I don't really care for the source material, you know? So first of all, this movie's 2 hours, 17 minutes. Now, girl, give me a break. And by the way, they've deleted like 50% of the characters from the book. And I'm like, great. Maybe it won't be as much of a slog. Okay. Because like the kids that show up at the end of the book, they gone. They don't exist. Anyways, so this movie, speaking of kids' diapers, that's where this movie came from. Okay. It got pooped right out of a kid's butt. This movie was stinky. PU. No good. I did not like. I was rolling my eyes out of my skull every time anyone spoke. I was like, oh my God, shut up. This is so stupid. And everyone is horrible. But it's like, I was talking to a friend of the show, Brian, and he said this, and I totally agree with this, which is like the movie kind of wanted to have it both ways. The book is like everyone's grotesque, except for like maybe Nellie. She's got some bad habits, but she's mostly like wants what's best for Kathy. Okay. The movie is like, here are two fucking dickheads and all the dickheads that they know. Mm-hmm. Everyone is a fucking piece of shit. But two of the dickheads are really pretty and they like to kiss. Mm-hmm. Yet you can't really root for it because fuck them both. Yeah. They're both obnoxious. They've made Nellie into like kind of a piece of shit as well. So now you're mad at Nellie also. Yeah. The husband is basically nothing. Edgar Linton.
I haven't gotten to him. I mean, he just proposed and then we had to turn it off.
Anything. He doesn't do anything. He's just kind of around. The sister goes from like a starry-eyed teenager who makes dolls to literally barking like a dog for Heathcliff. And I said, what happened here? What is this? Okay. So, normally in a love story, you're rooting for something. Yeah. Or you're rooting against something. Mm-hmm. I got nothing. There's nowhere for me to go. Mm-hmm. There's a Pomeranian in it. Oh. I was rooting for her. Okay. She took a shit on the floor, which I liked. I said, good for you. As folks may know in the book, Heathcliff hangs the dog with a bed sheet, but the dog is fine in the movie.
What? Now, why does he do that?
I don't remember. It was like he basically so Kathy marries Edgar. Yeah. Heathcliff comes back and he's like, oh, I can't believe you betrayed me by marrying a rich person when I was a poor weirdo with no teeth. And she was like, and so then I guess as like part of a revenge plot, he's like, I'm gonna get married to Edgar's sister, Isabella. And I think to get everyone's attention, he hangs the dog. I want to say in the book they saved the dog's life at the last minute, but I can't remember. That might just be what I told myself because I don't like that.
It's giving Dennis. #BTK.
#BTK. What happened? And then he sort of like woos Isabella, and then as soon as they get married, he becomes like a psychopathic fucking dick. Yeah. #it's giving Dennis. And then Isabella's like, he's insane. He's a torturous brute. Somebody get me out of here. And everyone's like, we can't. You married him. It's England in the 1800s. You're fucking stuck with him. And then Heathcliff is just beating the shit out of the sons of guys he didn't like. And it's anyway, but in the movie, like basically none of that happens. It's just like,
you know what they say, Meagan? Heathcliff, no one should terrorize the neighborhood.
They say that all the time.
That's where that saying came from.
Yeah, it came from Wuthering Heights. So anyways, it was dreadful. And at some point they, him and Kathy start fucking and like, eating each other's fingers and grabbing each other's groins and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this is so stupid. Like it wasn't even sexy. It was just dumb. And everything they said to each other was stupid. It was like, I will follow you like a dog. I said, shut the fuck up. Get over it. Oh my God.
Also, anyway, sounds like you didn't.
Sounds like you didn't. Neither of you cared that much about each other. Like this is a book written by two emotionally stunted 19th century. No, one emotionally stunted 19th century British woman. And it shows. You know what I mean? It's like, just have a convo. What is this?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Also, like, if you're in love so much, just be poor.
Who cares?
Sounds like you're not that in love. I guess that's the point of the thing.
I guess.
But I only watched like 39 minutes of it. Roya fell asleep. Now, I gotta say, I hadn't read the book. I didn't have any preconceived notions other than how much you hated the book. I will say that I was entertained for the first half hour. Just because it's like, oh, God, you guys are being crazy. Wow, you sure? Because everyone's acting crazy. There's a lot going on. It's very like outrageous. And like, I can be entertained by that. And I am going to finish it. But I don't know that I will feel anything.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it wants you at the end to be like, wow, what a tragic love story between these two people. But they're both fucking suck toes. I will say this. I guess I just feel like she made a film that feels to me like she made a movie where she spent a lot of time hoping that people thought it was gross instead of just making a movie that was gross.
Interesting.
The latter is good. The former, where you're preoccupied with people being grossed out by it, to me, it ends up being a little bit contrived. It's like, yeah, Margot, stick your finger in the fucking fish jelly. And then there's a scene where the sister, Isabella, gives Kathy this scrapbook. It's like a pop-up scrapbook. And one of the pop-ups is a rose. It looks exactly like a vulva. The next page, she opens it. It pops up. It's a mushroom. She's like, you remember that mushroom you found? It looks just like a dick. I'm like, could you give me, I'm only asking for 10% more subtlety here.
Yeah.
Girl. Because what you've made here is something like, I just feel like she was on set every day being like, oh my God, the bloggers are going to flip for how disgusting this is.
Right.
And then it just ends up being dumb.
Yeah.
I don't care about fish jelly.
Kind of how I felt about Saltburn. I was like, what's the point of all this?
That's exactly. So I finished this movie and I guess I just felt like, what was any of that? This ended up just being nothing. It didn't succeed as a romantic story. It didn't succeed as a you're supposed to hate everybody story. It didn't succeed as gross. So what are we doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I love that analysis, Megs.
Thanks. And that's what oh my God, we didn't play the freaking song. Hang on. I'm sorry, Shannon, composer of the song.
Also, I got to get Shannon a trophy.
Yeah, it would be wrong and misogynist to make her share with Steven.
Literally.
Yeah. Okay, Shannon, we'll get you your trophy. Okay.
Hey, what you watching? 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 What you watching now?
By the way, they didn't answer my question, which is everybody in the family funky? Let us know.
Yeah. Hello.
deartextmeback at gmail.com. Thank you so much. Whatcha Munchin?
Okay,
Lindy?
so I'm in South Carolina. I'm in Columbia, South Carolina, the state capital.
Ever heard of it?
And I'm here to talk at the library in 30 minutes from now.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, no, they're coming to get me in 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And then I think the thing is probably at
Good
7.
thing you have a perfect nude lip already applied.
Exactly. And I'm already in my outfit.
Oh, that's such a cute dress that you're wearing.
I love it. So they gave me a gift bag that was in my hotel when I got here.
I love when that happens.
Again.
It's only happened to me like once before, and I was like, ah, yes.
And we don't have time to go through the whole gift bag, but I just want to say this is the greatest gift bag I've ever received. It has a full-size bag of Milano cookies.
Fuck off.
Yeah. It has some
mint or regular.
I think regular.
Oh, nice.
I haven't pulled it out, and I honestly, I'm not sure.
Okay, interesting.
Could be mint.
Mint, to me, mint is better, but I feel like you I think you prefer a non-mint.
I love a mint Milano, but I think if I were shopping for myself at the store, I would get regular.
Yeah, for sure. Or dark, perhaps.
You know what? Or a dark, perhaps. But maybe I should rethink that.
Much to consider. Let me know.
Much to consider. Only because mint, I feel like, is less versatile. Like if I wanted to like put one in my ice cream or something, it would
you have to have the right kind of ice cream. Yeah, for sure. It's a pairing issue. It's a pairing issue.
Exactly. So there's all kinds of stuff in there. There's a water bottle. There's a freaking granola bars. It weighs 20 pounds, this thing. There is a thing in there. And now I believe this to be some sort of regional specialty because I also had it somewhere else and I can't remember where, but I think it was somewhere else in the South.
I wonder. Okay, I have a guess.
Oh, do you want to give me your guess?
Yeah, is it gooey butter cake?
No, but I learned about that
in St. Louis.
You. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, that shit is incredible.
I feel like I want to go on a gooey butter cake tour.
Oh my God. It's
What
so
if
good.
we did a gooey butter cake butter cake road trip?
Oh my God. I think it's,
Booey gutter cake is what they like to eat in Wuthering Heights.
they love it. That's what Margot sticks her finger into. I think it's a Missouri. I think it's native to Missouri, but if it's in other places in the United States, let us know. Because it's so good. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So this is the cheese straw.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's nice.
The cheese straw is like another one of my favorite foods, the shortbread, except it's cheesy.
Cheese stick.
Packed with cheese, and it's been extruded out of clearly through a little nozzle.
Yeah.
And then baked.
A little pipe.
Megan, it is so buttery. It is so cheesy. It is so crumbly. I saw these bad boys in that gift bag. And when I got here, first of all, I got here yesterday. I had to fly here from San Francisco. My alarm went off at 3 a.m. because my flight out of San Francisco to South Carolina via Dallas.
Ooh.
My flight was at 5:14 a.m. And now why do they even make that?
I didn't know that was an option.
Here's my question. If you're going to do that, just have the flight be at 3 so I can just stay up. No one's like, oh, good. I can catch my 5 a.m. flight, which works with my schedule because I was getting up at 3 anyway.
I think if you have a flight at 5 a.m., they shouldn't check you at security. I think they should just let you in.
I agree.
Because only no terrorist is waking up that early.
That's right. Megan, this shit is so good.
I'm so jealous. It looks so good.
I got all the way to Columbia, South Carolina. I get into my hotel. I'm exhausted. I'm delirious. I'm starving.
Yeah.
I find this box of cheese straws.
You're like that Antonio Banderas gif of him going, and like leaning backward with delight. That was you.
It took every cell in my brain to stop myself from eating this entire box of cheese straws. They are so good. Anyway, I got to learn to make them. But if you know the origin of cheese straws, I guess I could Google it. But I like asking the listeners instead.
I know. They like to tell us things.
Actually,
so
you know what I like to do? I like to ask the listeners, then Google it, then feel annoyed when the listeners
when people send you the answer to the question.
Because I already know.
They're on a 7-day delay. That's what they don't realize as they're listening to this.
It's really unfair. One of my worst traits is to be like, ugh. I know that, obviously.
I already know that. And that's what's Lindy's Munchin. It's cheese straw. Okay.
I can't believe we don't already that we didn't pioneer this segment before today. Whatcha Munchin.
There's a really strong chance that we did, but we called it something else.
That's true.
So anything's possible. Anything's possible. Let us know what you're munching. Let us know what you're watching. Let us know if you liked the Wuthering Heights movie, which if you did, you better go to the hospital. There's something wrong with you.
If your great grandma has a cheese straw recipe,
give it.
Send it to me.
Send it to me. Send it to me. Immediate. Now.
Because you know what these make me say, Megan?
Yum.
Okay, I'm really sweaty, so we're going to take a break and end the show. Well, cheese straw. We've come to the end of the show. I think my makeup is hanging in there pretty good.
Yeah, you look milky as hell.
That's what they say, and toned. That's what they say. We hope you enjoyed this. I'm really sweaty. Can't lift my arms up. Got some big sweat stains under there. So that's how that goes. We hope you enjoyed. If you would like to support this program, patreon.com/textmebackpurd. We do all kinds of things over there. But did you know Producer Allie sent me a bunch of stuff that she labels Patreon exclusive. And then I receive it and think, I should schedule all of that. And then I don't.
Well,
because I'm a bad person. But guess what? If you subscribe today, yes, you, I will finally upload all of the Patreon exclusives.
You know what, Megan?
Yeah.
This shouldn't fall to you alone.
I know. So, who has the time?
Well, me. I have the time. We'll talk about this off air, but now that I'm almost done being on the road.
She's almost
dude.
Hit the road, dude.
We can transfer that responsibility to me.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But
it.
you'll get your goodies. Don't you worry about it. But we have not been able to do an After Dark for the last couple of months just because of Lindy's travel, and also the Supreme Court sucks and laziness.
Yep.
Probably. So
no,
but we're back on it starting this month, the month of May, baby, May 31st, which is my brother's birthday, by the way. His 40th birthday.
Ooh.
He's 40 years old. He's turning 9 years old on May 31st. The best part is, so he always calls me old, which I am, and he's always sending me some horrible grandma emoji or whatever. I'm like, well, how's it taste, bitch?
That was so violent.
Because now you're fucking 40.
Yeah.
You like that? Now you're grandfather emoji.
Lordy, look who's 40. It's Matthew.
Also, here's a question I have. Because I feel like people do not do this anymore. But when I was growing up and a member of my family turned 40, the first person on my dad's side to among his siblings was my Uncle John, turned 40. Somebody made a coffin and then made a bunch of custom shirts that said my Uncle John is old or my brother John is old with like silver puffy paint. There was like a reaper set up at the party with like the freaking coffin. Somebody rented one of those light up signs that said like John's over the hill or something, and there was like all these like grave and cemetery related like imagery. Mm-hmm. It was the death aesthetic for his 40th.
Yeah.
And then my Aunt Sue turned 40 after, then my dad, and then my Uncle Mark turned 40, and the coffin was brought out for all of those, and the death imagery was revived for all of these birthdays.
Interesting.
Now, what the fuck was up with that? Did other people's families do death for 40th birthdays? Was that like a sort of boomer thing because people weren't accustomed to turning 40?
It was newfangled.
It was like new. It was like Marilyn Monroe, Woodstock, and turning 40 were the only three things that ever happened. Like because I don't think people do that now. Like there were like, because there were also like greeting cards at the store with like the Reaper on them being like, yeah, 40, I'm coming for your ass. Like that's not old.
Yeah. I think we should bring it back. I turn 45 next year.
Here's the question. What happened to that coffin? Who in my family ended up with the coffin?
Was strange. Someone buried in it? Were they these are expensive?
Was John buried? Because John has since passed. I don't know. Anyway, so was your family weird about turning 40? Like if you're like roughly our age, were they really weird about turning 40? Like, or is that like just a weird thing my family did? I don't know. Maybe I'll send a coffin to my brother for his 40th birthday.
Yes. You have to do it.
Matthew, don't listen.
I turn 45 next year. I feel like you got it. You can't do it for 50 because then you are too close to the real grave.
Because then it's not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like
we could make
45,
a coffin for your 45th.
Well,
we should do a special trip for your 45th, and if we go to like Cancun or whatever, I'll pre-ship the coffin to the hotel.
Okay, great. You know what I was thinking would be fun? And like, this is not a new idea. This is kind of hack, I guess. But like, we should have our own funerals while we're still alive. I want to hear everyone do their eulogy for me about how much they like me.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to know. I do and I don't, you know. I actually really struggle with people saying nice things about me.
Actually, so do I. I get really uncomfortable.
That's one of the weirdest things about people coming up to me to talk to me about the podcast. Like, oh, I listen to your podcast. It's so funny. I'm like, oh,
I know. I have to go like click into like a script that I do.
Yes.
Oh
my God, like, me too. Yes. I actually feel like I had to teach myself to be like, say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
If someone gives you a compliment, you say, thank you for saying that. That's all. You don't have to be fucking weird about it.
I know. You don't. But
I still am.
Okay, here are the I feel like I could do it if it was a roast of me.
I like that. Yeah.
Or if I wasn't there, but we just filmed it. And then
yes, and then maybe I watched it later, and then we never spoke of it again. Yeah, like if I get to watch it later, and then we genuinely do not address it.
Perfect. Exactly.
Yeah, I think that works. Okay. Let us know if you're a party planner, if you could make that happen. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the show. If you have anything you'd like to talk to us about, 703-829-0003, deartextmeback@gmail.com. Oh, producer Allie has a special request. There is a Tony Burrito comment that is sort of lingering on our Apple podcast reviews that Allie herself was like, it just really bothers me. And I don't want to see it anymore. So I went to look, and I think it's the one where the guy says, it says, the one brays like a moose. And I said, oh, which one? Because genuinely, it could be either of us.
I know. Well, who's talking now? Who's talking now?
We don't. Who brays like moose now?
Who brays like moose now?
Who
brays
don't
like
know.
moose now?
And it's like about how we're racist and hate men, which,
correct.
I am so racist. And I bray like moose. So if you could do us a favy and just leave us a little review wherever you get your shows on Apple Podcasts. If you could rank us 5 stars, leave a little comment talking about how much you love the show, or Spotify, or wherever you listen, that'd be super cool. We would love that.
Help out producer Allie, and maybe throw your cheese straw recipe in there.
Yeah. If you would like to leave a comment that's a 5-star review that's just a cheese straw recipe, we'll send you a free t-shirt. Oh my God. Somebody wrote in like 8 months ago with their kid. Their kid fell off a trampoline, and they got through the recovery by listening to the podcast. And I said, send me your address and I'll send you a free shirt. And I never did it. I just remembered. If you're listening, I am going to email the t-shirt people right now. And I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at
Megan,
this.
we can't. Megan, we're juggling a lot. Okay.
They're dismantling our democracy, babe. I am so sorry. But if it can bring you a little joy, I'll get you the t-shirt as soon as I can. And I'm really, really sorry. But I remembered. Okay, I executed. Okay, we love you.
We love cheese straws.
We'll see you next week.
I love cheese straws.
Bye.